I'm back. Hope you're all doing well. So, I want to talk about something that a couple of friends of mine were really, breaking down. Forgive your parents. Forgive your parents because most likely they had it a lot harder than you. And it's only now as an adult that my parents are opening up and sharing the hardship. And I'm like, whoa, I thought I had it bad. Like they had it like 10 times worse. And so, you know, from what I hear, I don't have any children, but from what I hear, um, you can read all the parenting books, you can take parenting classes, you can talk to, your elders, but every family is unique. Every situation is unique. And something else, that worked for one couple may not work for you. And I'm saying this because most I'm pretty sure that everybody on the planet, even those who really really love their parents, you know we we went through some some stuff and some things, and so I just want you to really really talk to your parents if they're still alive. Forgive them, let it go, and just know that they're human. We forget that we're human, that our parents are human. um, and talk to them, tell them you love them, you appreciate it. And I would especially talk to people who have been abused by their parents or their caregivers. You know what I'm saying? I can relate to that. And you know like I said, when I found out that what my family went through, I it made sense. It's learned behavior, so I'm not excusing it, but it's learned behavior. And I'm not talking about molestation. I don't want to touch on that right now. I'm talking about just verbal abuse, physical abuse, neglect, um, maybe competition between siblings. Maybe there was favoritism. One got all the shine and the other one just pretty much got ignored. I'm talking about that. We're all human. And so, and even for some reason, if your parents were just the worst, if they, were criminals, or they did something really, really unforgivable, forgive forgive them for you. Let it go. And then you just try to be a better person or a better parent, to your children. We got to let things go. There's so much hurt and pain in the world, but there's so many good things happening. And if you want to enjoy what's about to happen, you've got to let it go. You've got to let it go. Same thing about, your ex. Like I said, I don't have exes. I have a former partner. That's it. And if I were to get married and, we would separate, to me, it would just be my former husband. You know what I mean? Because I just think when you put an X on it, it's like you can't get rid of that person. Like, that doesn't make sense. And what happens is when you go through breakups, and I know I'm gonna segue into another topic, but I just want to touch on the X thing. I never liked that because you have to remember the good. Yeah, we always focus on the negative, we always focus on the bad, but what about the good times? And if you leave a relationship, leave on the good memories. Yeah, you're going to take the lessons. You're going to process the negative because that's just common sense, so that you won't repeat it. But leave on a good note. And let me segue back into the parents. They're human too. When they had you, it was a new experience. It was different, and every child is so unique. Like I said, they could read Dr. Spock. They could read every book, and then you come along and like that. That just made everything null and void. So forgive your parents, and if anything, do it for yourself, and listen to them. If they're still alive, ask them about their childhood. And that's one thing I want to touch on, and I'll do it in another video. Parents, you need to talk to your children every step of the way of their development. For example, I think your children, and I know I could have used this, would have been more prepared if, say, the first breakup as a teenager. if the parent would say, let's sit down, you know, let's talk. Excuse me, let's talk. I went through a breakup too, and this is how I felt. This is how I overcame. This is how I dealt with it. And every step of the way, even talking about sex, you don't have that one talk. You have several talks, during the duration and the development of the child's life. And you share your pain. See, the thing with parents are they like to look good in front of their children, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem with that becomes, you know, your children, they're not learning how that it's okay to make mistakes. That's what I'm trying to say. It's okay to make mistakes. And so when they see adults making mistakes, they're like, oh, okay, well, maybe it's okay. I'll try harder. Just like I see my mom and my dad try. They made a mistake and they overcame. And this is how they do it. So that when they grow up and they're out on their own, like they'll remember that. They'll remember like, oh, okay, I remember what my mom and my dad said, and this is how they overcome. So I'm going to do that too. So I'll just leave it here. And I'm going to go in a lot deeper in my podcast. So come join me for Please Meet One. Don't hurt them because, like I said, when I'm going in on my podcast. I'm being nice here, but I'm going in. So this is more of a encouragement, part of my message and channel. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you later.